I've got a pickle. Well, it's a mushroom. It's okay. I've got an issue with people who, let's order 2 pizzas. Who likes mushrooms on pizzas? And like, I'm not a fan. So it's like, yo, we'll order one with no mushrooms because the rest of us love mushrooms, right? The 2 pizzas show up. Me and one other person, maybe, are the only 2 that aren't a fan of mushrooms. And yet the pizza with no fucking mushrooms disappears within seconds. So I don't understand if you fuckers are giving the pizza for the people who don't like mushrooms, why eat it? Like, you have an entire pizza that you love that's got all the mushrooms. I don't want that. And yet at the end of the night, there's 3/4 of that pizza left and the other one is demolished. The only difference in topping is the fucking mushroom.
Have you ever heard of people pleasing? Being non-confrontational? It's like, who likes mushrooms? And you automatically just, something switches in your brain. You're like, yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's
I like mushrooms, even though I really don't want them. But yeah.
You're people pleasing the one person, the host, who's ordering the pizza. I don't know. It's just very much seems like a situation that shouldn't exist.
Okay, so it's your money, and only you are eating the pizza. What goes on it, go.
Okay. Bacon, ham, sausage and pepperoni, extra cheese. It's going to have sesame seeds on the crust, and the sauce is not going to be too freaking like sweet, but it's going to be nice.
What kind of fucking pizza place can you say that to them?
Can you make me a custom sauce? It's got to be not too sweet. And can you get some sesame seeds and throw them on your crust? Brody, now you said your perfect pizza. I have a follow-up question. What one ingredient could somebody add that would ruin it for you entirely?
Mushrooms.
Yeah, I figured. Like, all that preamble.
Mushrooms, onions, like, I don't know. Like, if you want to get a deluxe pizza because you like everything, go nuts. Don't touch my basic bitch pizza.
I'm even worse than you, to be honest. If I have a choice of my perfect pizza, it's one style of pepperoni and then a second style of pepperoni and then maybe a third. And if those pepperonis curl up and become a little pool of grease on the top of it, oh, I'm into it. I'll drink it.
Are you telling me you want all 3 different types of pepperoni on one pizza?
Yes, like a triple blaster. That's it. No other blaster. Meats. The triple pepperoni blaster is what I call it.
The great thing about the triple blaster is the 4th blast you have hours later.
Yes, sir. It's like a second tasting because that Brooklyn Pep's real spicy, you know.
Oh, we were talking about blasts out of different areas, my dude.
Yeah.
Well, having spicy food give you a different sensation when it comes out gives the illusion that your butt can taste.
What? What are you talking about? Welcome back, gang. It's another beautiful day in AnimeNotBe for Everyone World.
That's our new theme park. Anime Not Be for Everyone World. You know, you got on one hand Jerry the Junkman Jenkins Lane. Who else do we got? Gary the pizza delivery guy.
Pizza
place. Yeah, I guess.
yeah. We got people Naruto running all around the place, you know.
Yeah. A lot of people who represent me just standing in the park shaking their head in disapproval. Like those are like our mascots.
Yeah.
They judge you for being there.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
What even is this?
Wow. I'm never gonna enjoy it, really.
Yeah. No matter how fun that looks, I hate it.
I reject fun.
Anyways, my name is Brody. I'm one of the hosts. We're gonna have a good one. It's a fun anime. Can't wait to get into it.
I'm Caleb Morden, and I'm, like I just said, the one who sits here and shakes his head in disapproval the whole time, so you'll hear that audibly this episode.
But well, yeah, we can see him shake his head. You can't hear it, but...
It'll sound... If you hear this noise... yeah, that's me shaking my head.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a... like that. That's a good one, too.
Give us 3 more for 3 different emotions, please.
For safety.
Okay. Oh. And then we got... Here's the second one. What's a different emotion?
I don't know, because they're all just sounding sexual to me,
No,
Caleb.
that one was like disgusting. If that sounds sexual to you, I'm scared for your partners.
Give me like your out like one of those.
Like that? Was it still
That's
sexual?
also sounded sexual. They all sound sexual.
I'm trying let's try a non-sexual moan.
You are bad at not being horny.
You're bad at not being horny.
That's my life story. Zach, I talk to my therapist every week about being bad at not being horny. I'm trying to get over it.
You know, it's not your fault, Caleb. It's not your fault. And I'm Zachariah Webb from the hit TV show Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
Hey, there we go. Nice.
We got a big guest star here.
So you're
I
a
guess.
time traveler.
Yes.
That's pretty dope.
But I never banged my wife when she was younger, so got that going for
I
me.
don't think Marty McFly did either. He specifically tried not to.
And it was banging his mom, not his wife.
Yeah,
That wouldn't be as
true.
weird.
I don't know where all this is coming from. I'm talking my own universe here. Fuck orange jackets and hoverboards.
Okay, what do you got for us
Whoa,
this week,
oh,
Brody?
Jesus.
He spilt. Uh-oh.
No, it's
built.
good.
It's good. He's got a lid. He's got a lid, guys. We're all
I
good.
got a lid. We're all fine. Okay, so this week we're talking about Chainsaw Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can we get one of those from you there, Caleb?
Oh,
Okay, perfect. Good.
I need the blood in my brain, Caleb. Stop this.
He needs to focus. So this story starts off with a kid named Denji. Denji's dad owed a fuck ton of money to the Yakuza and then died and left all the debt to Denji. So Denji growing up just basically had to do whatever the Yakuza said. So he quickly would do odd favors for them to make any money to pay them back.
Is that how debt works? When I die, will it go to my next of kin?
I believe so, yes.
I have to make some changes. I'll be right back.
Or don't have next of kin.
Or don't die. Yeah.
That's the trick. Or don't die, yeah.
Are you allowed to emancipate yourself from your family when you're 97?
I have no idea.
Does that work?
They're not my
Does,
kids. They
legally?
don't need my debt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, the Yakuza did care about his debt, very much so.
Yeah.
I guess it's not government
Yeah.
debt.
Yeah, exactly. They're coming for that money, whether you like it or not. And so one day, as he's doing his shitty small jobs, he sees this little demon, because there's demons in this world, and it's a little dog demon, and it's got a chainsaw coming out of the front of its freaking head.
Is it normal that there's demons in this world? You said it like it's normal.
Yes. It's
Yes.
very normal. There's demons in this world. Yeah, we'll get a bit more into the demons and stuff in this world. But yes, demons are a very common thing. In fact, him and Pochita, which is what he names the dog, work together, and he uses him as a little chainsaw to help him fight demons.
Cut down
for
trees and things that
all right.
chainsaws do.
to cut down trees and fight for the Yakuza, killing other demons like a hitman, basically.
Oh.
So he literally does odd jobs just to scrape by. He's living in a shack with his dog for years on end. Anyways, one night, his handler comes to the house and is like, hey, we've got a big job for you. And he's like, yo, it's the middle of the night. Grabs Pochita. The two of them go off in the car to some abandoned warehouse location. They're going through it, and it looks like kind of sketchy and not the normal Yakuza location.
This kind of reminds me of that one anime. Sorry to interrupt. That
No
the
worries.
guy used his cats as guns.
I use my dog as a chainsaw.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Happy isn't just guns, he's a friend. So
Oh, this one's just chainsaw? He's not.
no, well,
this
he's a
dog's
friend
not
too,
a
but
friend?
Happy was a sentient being who spoke to
and turned into
like people.
guns. Right.
Yeah, and turned into guns. And he was a robot. This is a demon dog with a chainsaw coming out of its head. So he shows up to this warehouse, and the handler's like, Denji, you've been doing great work for us, but at the same time, we kind of need to end your contract. We have no use for you anymore. And he starts floating off the ground. You see a tentacle coming out of his back, and there's this massive, grotesque-looking demon behind him who's made a contract with the Yakuza and essentially zombified them. They wanted to be eternal, so he's like, sure, I'll make you eternal, and just zombifies a fuck ton of Yakuza. And they just start stabbing Denji over and over and over and over, and he runs away, falls to the ground. They keep stabbing him and stabbing him.
How brutal is this? Is it gory? Is this like a
yeah, this is a very gory show. Very gory show. Actually, I know we've never done this before, but I want you guys to watch the intro with me.
Oh.
I can't. I'm a fogey. I'm on my phone. I can't.
Brody, load it on your phone and just hold it up to your camera.
Yeah, can you do that for me?
Just send me the video and I'll hold it up to my camera.
It just shows how little you care about fucking anime. It's the same thing. I'll just show my screen. Okay, let's not do this.
What was the goal of this?
It was a really fun song and video, so I thought it'd be fun for us to take literally a minute and a half to watch it, but I'm sorry, that was a pain. I apologize. Literally will never happen again. That was ridiculous of me.
Hey, no, just tell the people back home to go watch it. If they
go watch it.
Yeah.
As Denji drifts off to his death, he has a vision of his dog. It's talking to him about something that he wants for him to do.
Has his dog talked before?
No, he's dying, so he's having like an out-of-body experience with his dog.
Oh.
So he's having a vision of his dog, and he's saying that he wants him to get everything that he's ever wanted. He wants him to like go get laid, go have like a normal, stable life, like go do your shit, man. And as this is happening, the dog slowly disappears in his vision, and he wakes up in a dumpster surrounded by other dead bodies, and he like kind of like gets out and it's like, what the fuck? And inside of his chest is a dangling cord.
Like Tony Stark.
Like Woody.
Oh.
Well, yeah, like Tony Stark and Woody.
Yeah. If you pull it, it makes him say stuff.
There's a snake in my...
There's a chainsaw in my head.
That's better.
Yeah. So he gets out and he sees all the zombies still there. So he decides to do something about it and pulls the fucking cord, and out comes a fucking chainsaw from his face and both of his arms. And he just starts slaughtering them all.
Wait, what does his head look? I feel like I've maybe seen pictures of Chainsaw
Yeah, well,
Man.
there's would have been a really cool way to show you that. Only if I thought of that.
This is the content. What kind of hat is he wearing, all right? This is the content.
It's a chainsaw hat. What does this chainsaw hat look like, Brody? We forgot to mention Hat World in our theme park.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just go in and describe all the hats. That's the fun of it, yeah.
That's where my mascot lives, and it's just fucking furious the entire time. Blue ribbons! Blue ribbons! I don't fucking know, it's green!
It's a ball cap. What do you want from me? You go in wearing a hat and you get Brody to scream at you and describe it. It's a toque. What the?
It's black. I don't know. It's toque.
How about my hat? You're not wearing any.
But he's got a chainsaw for a head. Is it like a full-size chainsaw?
I would say, call him a unicorn man. Okay, and the chainsaw blades at an ever so slight angle coming out of his forehead.
So this guy's got one at his head and two on his arms.
Can I do a tangent? Just a quick tangent.
Is it about chainsaws?
So there's a vein in your left thigh that if you cut it, and you will bleed out within 6 minutes. Yeah. And it's a very big thing for people using chainsaws to wear protective slacks. So when your chainsaw bounces back into that leg, because that's how right-handed people will generally stand, you don't die. And my cousin was chainsawing like that, and sure enough, it bounced back into his leg. He wasn't wearing any pants.
Wait, he wasn't wearing any pants or just the protective pants?
Shut up! The protective pants.
He's Winnie the Poohing it while chainsawing.
That's not an image of my cousin I want. You're disgusting.
No, your cousin is.
Yeah. What do you There's nothing more freeing than, nobody
chopping
around.
Down a tree with no pants on.
Oh my God. That's living. All right? That's living.
There's a reason Winnie the Pooh does it.
Well, it's for easy access to Piglet.
Piglet also doesn't wear pants.
But Christopher Robin's always clothed. Sigh.
Oh my God! Oh my.
That's an outtake. We're gonna get rid of that
one. Caleb, could you give us a sign for that one?
Oh.
But yes, he hit himself an inch above where, the death blow would have been. And he got his first tattoo right above the scar that said near miss.
So when somebody's
I thought it
going
was-
down on him, they see that and it says near miss, and
It's like, whoa, what's that all about? I'm super lucky. I can totally blow my load inside you.
That's a wild statement.
Shout out to Eric. I love you, buddy. Oh, fuck. Okay, so Chainsaw Man just wrecked a whole bunch of zombified Yakuzas.
Yeah, he fucks him up. It takes him all night, and he ends up just kind of falling asleep on the ground in the massive amount of fucking bodies. And morning comes, and a woman walks in, and she sees him laying on the ground and goes up to him and touches his face, and then the freaking, like, chainsaw head thing slowly melts off.
gets harder. Yeah.
Is that... Yeah. The chainsaw head melts off, and so do the ones on his arms. And he's laying on the ground in this woman's lap. And he looks up, and he's a horny boy, and it's just like, yeah, I'm in love. He's just like this. Like, she says, "You're now gonna be my pet," and I kind of own you, dude. That's her way of inserting dominance, being like, "You are nothing to me. You are but a pet of mine."
Okay. I love it.
But she's not neutering him. He's not
Right.
going to dog parks and smelling other dogs' butts. He's a human fucking boy.
My vet had me put a cone on his neck, but it didn't do nothing.
Yeah. He cut right through the cone.
Here's your bologna with your pill in it.
Every time somebody knocks at the door, he just revs his engines, man.
Just cuts the door down. Fuck.
All right. At no point does he really get the features or mannerisms of
Of
a
pet.
dog.
Yeah, okay. He just has the chainsaw part of the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, this woman is offering him a new lifestyle, and he's very much for it. So she works for a group of people that kill demons. Anyway, she brings him to their headquarters and is like, "Hey, I've got a partner for you to work with. His name's Aki." And this Japanese dude comes in with a tight man bun.
You can't do
You
that.
did the same thing Zach did last time, which is pause after the worst word possible.
It's tricky. You don't have all the words
Yeah.
summoned to you right away.
You just have to stop it tight, though. It's the perfect word.
Anyways, he's got a real nice tight man bun.
Nice.
And she's like, "Hey, you're going to be working with him today. You're going to go for a patrol together." Aki's like, "Cool." Or, sorry, Denji's like, "Cool, I'll do whatever you say." So instantly asks Aki, "Hey, do you know if Miss Makima," who's the lady that brought him in, is into guys like me, or is she single and whatnot? And
Straight to it.
he proceeds to push him into like an alleyway and start beating the crap out of him.
I love her.
No, just
I'm
being
her
like,
pet.
"Dude, you're nothing. You're a scum, and like you're here for the wrong reasons. We're here to kill demons and keep people safe, and you're just wanting to get laid."
Right.
After leaving Denji on the ground, incapacitated, Aki starts leaving and being like, "Just don't show up tomorrow. I'll tell her that you left. Like, you're not worth our time." And then Denji comes up behind him and kicks him straight in the nuts.
Nice.
Nice.
Denji says Aki was being pretty nice because when he fights, dude, it's nuts or nothing. And then he kicks him in the nuts about 5 more times.
Ouch.
Yeah, it gets a bit nutty.
Ah.
He talks about he talks about liking the life he has, and he'd happily die for it.
After like 2 dates?
He was a homeless man who now has a roof over his head and 3 square meals a day.
Right.
Yeah.
This show's pretty much Pretty Woman, if you think about it.
I'm gonna be honest, never seen Pretty
He
Woman.
hires a prostitute and then they marries her.
Oh.
It's essentially Pretty Woman. For all you guys at home who've watched Pretty Woman, I might be getting the name of this movie wrong, but yeah.
Anyways, after Denji kicks him in the nuts those 5 times, Aki gets back up to his feet and starts trying to like square off against him again, and Denji just kicks him in the nuts again. Aki falls to the ground and is like, "You weren't kidding, it's really nuts or nothing." So Denji brings Aki back to Miss Machina and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Machina. We a testicle demon went apeshit on his ball sack."
That's a line?
Yeah. Anyways, which was a lie. So Aki's like, he's lying! Because he's still in incredible pain because of his...
And then, well, how do you explain this? And he points at his nutsack. It's only a testicle demon.
Demon!
These are your shoe prints, motherfucker.
Imagine so hard that your shoe print is imprinted in one of them. Oof.
The Adidas logo is right up there.
So obviously, Miss Machina puts the two of them on the same squad. She's like, you guys work great together.
What?
So.
That's a terrible boss.
And then beyond that, also gets Aki to let Denji move in with him. And Denji is a terrible roommate.
Oh, no shit.
It's nuts or nothing with him, Brody. Of course he's
It's
a
nuts
terrible
or nothing.
roommate.
Hey, man, you think you could wash up your plate?
Nuts or nothing, bro.
The next day, Denji is introduced to his new partner, a girl by the name of Power. She's a demon who's taken a girl's body, and those people are called fiends in this world. And she's very much a sociopath, but also kind of a psychopath. Power talks about how the only person that she feels like she can really bond with are cats. And that one of her favorite cats got taken by this demon. And Denji's hearing this, not giving a fuck. And then she proposes that if he was to somehow help get the cat back and dispose of said demon, that she would let him touch her boob.
Oh. Just a one-time touch my boob. He comes back with the counter offer. How about two boob?
Well, the deal technically
10 seconds,
is
both hands.
3 squeezes.
Three
technically is what the
squeezes.
deal-
All right.
What the deal is. So he instantly agrees. He's like, yes, let's find your cat, that son of a bitch. Let's destroy that demon. How dare he fuck with your cat?
My hands are ready.
So they track down this massive bat creature, and after a bloody, gory fight, he gets...
Does he go chainsaw?
Yeah. Oh, he goes
Yeah.
he goes chainsaw. He goes chainsaw. What's the point of the show if he doesn't go chainsaw man?
Does he have chainsaws sticking out of his tibias?
No, he does not. Not he has at right now. He has.
Is that you trying to rhyme again, Zach? I don't understand what your brain is doing today. And why chainsaws and tibias?
Because he already had him on his hands and his heads, and I was thinking about feet and the bones in there, and then up the leg, and I was like, okay, there's one that's kind of like an on. Okay, so can we just...
Hey, I
going,
appreciate
please?
the hustle,
I
and that's
do.
what
I'm
matters.
I'm
I
trying.
can see you
bring your
taking
A game,
desperate
and I'm
notes
just-
about the bones in the body. You're like, oh, what rhymes with chainsaw? That's close enough.
The leg both connected to the what the fuck,
The chainsaw
man?
bone. Of course.
So after this big bloody gory battle with this bat demon thing, an even bigger one shows up, and Aki shows up and goes eat with and this fucking massive wolf thing goes and swallows up this demon in one hit. And that's when you find out that Aki has a pact with this like wolf fox type demon that swallows shit. A lot of now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of these demon pacts involve swallowing other demons, so I don't know.
I made a pack like that.
I made a pact like that. After this all happens, Miss Makima is like, hey, I think the two of you could use a third roommate, and then forces Power into their apartment as well. And she's worse than Denji is. So even Denji's getting annoyed by the ridiculousness of Power's antics. But at one point, he's in there cleaning the toilet, and Power walks in, and it's just like, hey, you got my cat back. A deal's a deal.
Oh,
Three
right
squeezes.
She plops her butt down on the toilet that he was just cleaning, and it was like, you got 3 squeezes. And he goes and does his first one. It's like, oh. And then he does one, and he's like, oh, whoa, that's wild. And she's like, yo, do another one, you know, like under the shirt. And he does one, and then he realizes nothing. He's like...
He's gay. No.
No, he realizes that, like, beyond them being boobs, you know, he's not really excited by it, you know?
I
And
called
he's
it.
worried about this, so he brings it up to Miss Makima, when they're having a chat. And she's like, well, Denji, don't you know, like, it's about, like, feelings and stuff. You need to feel for the person. She starts, like, flirting with him. Like, putting, like, his fingers in her mouth type thing, but, like, in a sensual, not, like, way.
That's, like, hardcore flirting.
You're flirting hard, Brody. Your friends they start flirting, you know. She starts sucking his fingers.
Like, straight up flirting. Like,
she licks his toes a little bit.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
And let's just say he's feeling a lot more from this than his quick boob squeezes earlier. Right? He's like,
shit.
Oh, wow. Like, this is something else. And she's like, hey, Denji, do you think you can help me with a little problem?
I'll suck on your fingers a little more. Oh.
My fingers are covered in peanut butter.
Why peanut butter?
I hear you say nuts or nothing.
So she asks him to help her with something. She's like, there's this little demon called the Gun Demon, and he's like killed a bunch of people, and he's just like really mean. He's like killed a bunch of people, and no one can seem to stop him or whatever. Most demon hunters or whatever are like obsessed with it. So like, if you want to kill him for me, I'll fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah, she's basically like, I'll give you any wish you want. And he's like, any wish?
And he's like, 4 squeezes?
four squeeze. Yeah. So Denji gets to know the team a little bit better. There's this girl who's just like there because she needs money and is scared of everything, it seems. There's this other guy who's just bland. There's really not much to him.
He's the wet nap. We're bringing it back around.
He's the wet nap. Oh, yeah. I forgot another person. Eye Patch Girl.
So she's making a recurrence.
No, well, this is the problem.
Okay.
I put her as Eye Patch Girl because I'm like, oh, she's not that big of a character. Like, she's not. But then she, like, comes up consistently throughout the entirety of it. So I feel bad because I have, like, Denji and Aki and Power and Miss Makima and Eye Patch Girl. So I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's cool.
Hey, I hear Denji and I don't know what to picture. I hear Eye Patch Girl, Brody. I know exactly who you're talking about.
There you go. I wish there was a way that you could fully picture all of these fucking characters. That would have been so cool. We need to figure out a really cool way to do that, but that's beside the point.
Audio podcast. I don't know, man.
So they're eating, drinking, and Eye Patch Girl's like, oh, Denji, give you a kiss. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know. And she's like, and she gives him a kiss, and it's like a lot. And then it's like too much. And it's like, what? And it turns out she vomits in his mouth. And so he's yakking in the toilet, but he's like basically holding his hair, like, oh, that's a bad one, man. Yeah. He ends up like trying to help her home, and then she like brings him to bed, and he's like, yo, Denji, like, are you down?
You want a little more?
And he says no. He realizes that he's got feelings for Miss Makima.
And you just puked in my
mouth.
mouth.
In my fucking mouth.
I think that's why I would be not down.
Yeah.
It's like, but you want some more?
I think this helped him realize that, you know, the opposite sex isn't always perfection.
Right. Yeah, sometimes they puke in your mouth. Yeah.
Nonetheless, he ends up sleeping on the ground like a gentleman. And they wake up the next morning, have some breakfast. She's like, yo, real talk, you need to help me get with Aki. And he's like, why would you want to be with Aki? And she's like, what do you mean? He's stupidly hot. And they've been partners for a long time. And she's had these feelings built up for him.
And he's got the Adidas logo branded on his hand.
He's got a ghost dog that'll gobble me, swallow me.
He's got that tight not bun.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good. We're good?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And he's like, yeah, like, I'm sorry that I said no last night. I'm really into Miss Makima. And she's like, yo, I got a plan. We're going to help hook each other
Double
up.
Date.
And this is like the first actual friend he makes. Like Eye Patch Girl, and again, which is why I kind of feel shitty about calling her Eye Patch Girl.
Thanks, Eye Patch Girl. You're the first friend I've ever had.
But like, it very much shows because everyone else, like, he's working with them or he is a tool, you know, like he doesn't actually have normal actual conversations with people.
You know, Brody, I didn't expect this show called Chainsaw Man, which looked like an absolute gory mess, to have so much of this like romance, like relationship stuff involved.
I would say it's very gory, but I would say it's focused mainly on the comedy and like,
right. It's like The Office, but with chainsaw demons and blood and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. You understand. That's a weird comparison, but kind of.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Is that Michael Scott? Oh yeah, the chainsaws are coming out of his face.
Vroom, vroom. Oh no, Onaka pranked me again. My stapler's in Jello.
He got his dog to gobble me, swallow me. Oh no.
Shut the fuck up.
So Miss Machina is heading to another city to meet with some bigwigs. She's traveling on a train. They enter a tunnel, and then suddenly 2 gun barrels appear behind both her and her handler's heads. Yeah, both of them get shot in the head. And then it switches over to Japan, where we see the girl who was scared, the wet nap guy, talking to an old lady, helping her with her stuff and saying goodbye. And they're walking away. The old lady pulls out a gun, shoots them down. And we see this happening all over Japan. Just people that he's worked with just getting straight up killed. And he's got like the main crew, like him, Eye Patch Girl, Aki, and Power are all having some ramen at a table when a guy next to them is like, yo, you think you can just leave all the Yakuza members like that and just like leave Denji? Like, we're family. We've helped you for years. He looks over and it's the son of the Yakuza boss dude. And that's where we're going to stop it for now.
They're out for revenge.
Okay, before the gun the break, he pulls out a gun at them and shoots at the entire table, hitting most of them.
Hey, are you guys ready for a game?
Yes.
I think so.
Hit us, baby.
Okay, welcome to the real Home Depot. We got all the best equipment for all those day-to-day scenarios you can dream of. Need to fix that shelf at home? Water leaking out of your faucet, but you can't figure out where from? Well, we got the tools for you. Check out our sick weekly flyer to see the best deals and get the biggest bang for your buck. So, what you guys are going to do for me, I've sent both of them a flyer, which I will also post on Instagram, is you have $100, and you will buy 3 of these items, and you can't buy the same item as another person.
Oh. Jack and Jill went up a hill to drill a hole in concrete. Jill fell down and broke her crown, and Jack came hammering after.
Because it's the jackhammer.
You are fucked.
Yeah, if you guys want to read some of the descriptions of the items on here, that'd be fun.
This hammer is great for hammering so many things. Buy it now to get hammering.
You have a bubble gun here. It says, sounds like bubble gum. You might say, but you couldn't be more wrong, idiot. So, yeah. It's a lighter, but wait. That doesn't look like a flame. Electric lighter? Wow, we really are in the future now, boys. Okay, I gotta know what the butt plug says. So it's $69.69, which is way overpriced, so neither of us can use it for $100, dude. I get the joke, but like, come on.
Read the description.
I know what you're thinking. Why is the butt plug so expensive? Too bad the price was just too funny to pass up.
Yeah.
So you kind of just answered my
I did. I had thought of it, bro.
Okay, how about we do this? We say what we want and then we read the descriptions.
Go for it.
All right. Zach, what are your 3 items?
Well, I guess if you're letting me go first.
Well, you can pick one each. Go back and forth so you don't steal them all. I'm
going to go with the power drill. I'm going to buy it now because who wants to manually screw stuff in these days? Pretty lame, if you ask me.
Okay, so you got a power drill for $35. Brody?
There's just... Okay, because I'm trying to conserve some money, hopefully. I'm going to get the plunger.
Oh,
Okay.
For $8.99. Now, this may look like an ordinary plunger, typically used to unclog a toilet in the case of an uncharacteristically nasty dump. Well, it looks like that, because it is like that. It's a plunger. Enjoy your dirty freak.
Enjoy, you dirty freak. There you go.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so you got a plunger for $9. Zach, what do you want?
So hammer for $15. This hammer is great for hammering so many things. I've read this one already.
Yeah.
Buy it now to get hammering.
All right, so you're at a total now of $50.
Tight.
Circular saw.
Yeah.
Nice.
$59.99. Circular saw, great for cutting things into a circle? Not sure what it is, to be honest. Looks pretty badass, though. Do you honestly not know what a
Yes, I know what a circular saw does. Come on, guys. It cuts things into a circle.
How do you think pizzas get made?
Exactly. These circular saws.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
All right, Brody's at a total of $69. Holy frick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And obviously, to add to my repertoire, I'm gonna go with the bucket of rusty nails.
Oh, fuck.
It's a bucket of old rusty nails that Jimmy Jr. found laying around the shop for $16.
All right, so Zach was a total of $66. Brody?
Tape gun, baby. The only thing I can afford. Tape gun, boxes, envelopes, your girlfriend's mouth when she talks back. I mean, what couldn't you tape with this thing?
Brody said it. It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
Yeah, check on Instagram and other socials to see if it was just me.
All right. So I see you guys made good use of your shopping trip. So where do you want them? So each of these three things you will now replace with 1, your head, or 2, your 2 limbs, your 2 arms. So which one do you want in what spot? Zach, you have a bucket of rusty nails, a hammer, and a power drill. Brody, you have a circular saw, a plunger, and a tape gun. Where do you want them?
Dope. Tape gun legs. I can now walk on walls and shit.
All right, tape gun legs works for me.
I want the motor of my power drill and the balls of my feet. Infinite Heelys.
Sorry, what?
I'll have my circular saws on my knees. Infinite power slide.
Nice.
That's pretty rad.
Nice.
You got tape gun feet and circular saw knees. I'm into it.
Dude.
And I guess my left hand becomes the hammer, and my right hand becomes a nail dispenser.
But rusty nails specifically.
Yeah, and I can just
While you're rolling around on your power drill Heelys.
on my power drill Heelys.
Sick.
Plunger, I guess, on the top of my head.
You got tape on your feet, plunger on your head. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I can use it as a weapon easily and then store it back there quite easily. Listeners, I am bald, so it's easy to like.
Oh, fuck!
It's stuck on my head.
Anyways, okay.
All right, perfect. So we're going to fast forward 2 years into the future. All right, gather up, yous two. Now, I've heard that the two of you are the best in the biz, so I'm going to need you to pull this off as smoothly and as silently as possible. But this isn't your typical grab and smash deal, okay? Inside this vault is a precious artifact, which is rightfully owned by my family. We are desperate to get it back, but the government is doing everything in their power to stop us from reclaiming it. They say, oh, you guys never owned it. If you did have it, you obtained it through illegal means, yada, 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 whatever. Anyway, sorry. Inside you'll find a few obstacles. You can work through them together. When you get it back to me, you will get the eternal gratitude of my family. Oh, and $500,000. So are you in or are you out?
I'm in.
I'm in.
I don't know why I hired this guy.
Wow, they say not to judge a book by its cover. My cover looks pretty cool, though.
That's what your plungers sound like, Brody? It's so wet.
Well, like, to make sure it stays, I once in a while have to.
He gives a little
He
lick.
lubes it a little bit, yeah.
Oh, just a porn star spit. Fuck.
All right, leader man, where to?
I'll keep in radio contact with you guys, and I'll guide you through the obstacles as you get to the vault, okay?
Let's do this. It's hammer time.
All right.
Radio.
First, entry into the vault is flanked by one guard. He's a nice guy, but he's pretty dumb. You're gonna need to charm him, work him over, sneak past him, rough him up, whatever. Just get that key card, but do not let him trigger the silent alarm.
Okay, I want to roll for perception.
Hey, I have a die right here, Brody. If you actually want to roll for perception, I'll straight up go D&D mode, and it'll be hilarious.
Yeah, hopefully.
You want to roll for perception? What do you
Sure.
see?
I have a +5 to perception.
No, you don't. You have a plunger
What?
on your head. You probably have a -1.
What? Wait, the plunger, it can help me feel the vibes of rooms like bats or whatever.
It's not a dowsing rod.
It's on my head, and I can wiggle it, and I can feel the vibrations of the room. So +5 to perception, please.
All right, I'll give him +5. What is it? You rolled a 7, so it's a 12 on perception. So when you walk up, the guard is standing in front of the doorway. He's wearing a big set of coveralls for some reason. He's got a big receding hairline. You can't see where the key card is on him, though, but you do see where he is, and that it would be very difficult to pass around him without noticing.
Okay. It's the balls of your feet that have the blades, right? Should kick them in the nuts.
They're just servos. It's you know Heelys. You ever used a pair of Heelys?
Yeah.
They're Heelys.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go kick him in the nuts.
Best of luck. I'll be here.
As you walk up, he goes, who are you?
Oh my god, it's my brother.
Holy crap. Plunge ahead?
Toilet face?
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen you in forever. What are you doing here?
I need to get in.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I was about to kick you in the balls.
Oh, that would have done it.
Yeah, I would have. It would have.
That would have done
Who's
it.
your friend over there? Is he cool?
Yeah, he wants to come in too.
All right.
I'm
Okay,
pretty
guys.
cool.
You got to roll for, what is it?
Charisma?
Persuasion, but you got a
Okay.
+12 because this dude's your brother. All right.
Sweet, roll it.
Looks like you got a 24. You're good to go.
Nice. Let's go.
All right. See you later, plunge ahead.
Hey, see you later, toilet face.
Good to meet you, dude. I like your Heelys.
Thanks, toilet face.
All right.
Wait, stop. This next room, it may look normal, but trust me, it ain't. There's an invisible laser grid all throughout this room, Mission Impossible style. Take a look around and see if you can find a way past it without triggering the alarm.
Are these lasers gonna cut off limbs, or do they just trigger the alarms?
They'll hurt you.
Well, something I didn't tell you later and earlier. Not only do I got Heelys in the balls of my feet, but I'm also an Olympic gymnast.
All right. You're going to roll for deception because you're lying to the DM, but we'll see if it's true.
I would say I get +10.
I would say that's not accurate. You got an 8. So you're not an Olympic level gymnast, but you took some high school gymnastics. All right.
That's all I need.
Hey there, buddy-o. You said you had some rusty nails, right?
Sure do.
Could you throw up into the ceiling area, see if it covers higher than 4 or 5 feet? Because I got a bunch of tape. We could just get right over that.
Oh, good plan. And I go and shoot 5 of them
Like
into
Spider-Man's wrist,
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah.
you're shooting rusty nails out.
my palm. Yep. And I throw a little a cloud.
A barrage?
A barrage. Well,
A clump.
A cluster?
A cluster.
clustered.
Yeah, there you go.
Cluster bomb of nails into the sky above where we're supposed to go to.
All right, so when you chuck them, some of them get sliced off, but it's about 8 feet up when it stops getting sliced. There's let's say a 3-foot space between the roof and the part where the laser ends. So you can't walk through it, but there's a space that you could shimmy through if you really needed to.
Coat the wall in tape and we'll fucking gecko our shit over there.
I was thinking we could coat ourselves in tape. Just Mission Impossible it up. Yeah, and so I started ripping off tape and coating it on him.
Where's your tape again? It's your feet, right?
Well, so I'm ripping it off my
Right, sticking it to yourself. All right, so you guys are both covered in tape. Now you're going to try to climb to the ceiling and climb across the ceiling to avoid the lasers.
Not going to try, we are going to.
All right, Zach's a college-level Olympic athlete, so he gets a +3 to his athletics check.
That's all I get.
It's only high school, dude. So, Zach, you got a 21 total. So, describe how you pass through this room with your agility and tape-covered body.
I crawl up the wall, and I get on that ceiling, and I'm kind of like a slug, where I move my upper body forward and then hump the ceiling, and then do it over and over again. Hump and move and hump. And once I'm over the lasers and in the next little foyer, I drop down very gracefully, and then slip on my heels.
And you land on your butt. Brody's looking at you from the other side. I mean, Plunger Head. All right, Plunger Head. Do you have any traits that would let you do this better?
Yeah, like I'm sure. I'm part tape.
All right, that does give you a +3.
These modifiers are nuts.
Yeah.
All right, you got a 17, which means you make it, but there's a little diciness in there as you're crossing, okay? At one point, the tape unsticks, and you go, but you make it.
And then I remember, wait, those are my legs, and then I stick it right back.
Exactly, you're good to go.
There it is, the vault door itself. Now this is why we need specialists like you guys. We got a hardened vault door packed to the teeth with different materials to stop anyone from getting through. But I hear you guys are packing, so you shouldn't have any trouble.
Let's see what Mr. Plungerhead's knees can do, first off, because that's my first thought.
Oh, yeah, I'll use them. What were you thinking?
Well, maybe you knee the door?
Sure, yeah.
But what kind of shape would he cut with those circular saws?
Probably circular shapes.
Whoa, yeah. Right? See, it wasn't too crazy, was it?
No, I would cut straight lines because that's what you use it for, you fucking monster.
Cut a fucking door shape.
Right?
All right, Brody, let's see how your knees fare while cutting through some steel door, all right?
Sure.
You got a 7.
Okay, what's my plus to that? Because they are my knees.
All right, what is your plus to that? I'm not just going to give you a number. You got to convince me to give you a plus.
Sure, it's plus 12, man.
Okay.
Plungerhead, don't you go to the gym all the time and do that silly thing where you just put your knees up real fast all the time?
Well, that, I'm also a
Cardio?
carpenter by day, but don't... Well, I'm also a carpenter by day, but don't tell anyone. So I'm using them for work.
Why not? Seems like a perfectly valid thing to tell your partner.
No, yeah, no, I mean...
You don't want my family to call you and ask for contracting work? Why can't I fucking tell people?
I don't want your family to be in danger because of my alter egos and Plungerhead, man. It's a dangerous lifestyle. Have you never heard the whole, like, shtick of, like, alter egos and stuff?
Yeah, but you're not covering your face enough.
It's just a plunger on your head.
It's just...
When one dons the plunger, that's all you notice. You notice a guy wearing a plunger. You don't notice the face as much.
It is very distracting.
So...
All right, Brody, with your +5 that I gave you for the carpentry profession, you cut through this door, but one of your knees, your right knee, the circular saw bends. That's not good. If we know anything about circular saws, which I know a lot about, it won't rotate anymore because it's a bent blade. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong.
All right, and the guy through the radio comes through and goes,
There she is, the precious artifact. Bring them to me. Oh, and right, I should have mentioned this before, but we are the mob, so what are you gonna do? Only one of you will get the prize money for bringing the artifact home to me. What are you waiting for? Duke it out.
Hey, Plungerhead, want to just agree to split the money?
I feel like we've done this before. In a different game, we just agreed to be cool. And that wasn't very funny.
Well, in that case, suck my nails. No, not those nails, pervert.
all right, tell me how you'd beat the other one. It turned into a duel game now, and you guys have your powers.
Spider-Man nails at him.
All right, I'm gonna hit guard this turn.
Oh,
what's that gonna do to the nails he's shooting at you, Brody?
You're gonna take them into your elbows and forearms, and kind of like it hurts a little bit, but you're like, oh, fuck, okay.
But it's not hitting any vital organs. I pull off said plunger.
It's so wet.
The juices, because it's used quite frequently all over the ground.
It leaves a brown circular ring on the top of his head.
He uses the fucking plunger at home.
Why would he go out and buy a plunger if he's got one on his head?
I already have one, always. Also, when I'm on the go, sometimes I have a big lunch.
And at the public restroom, you decide to plunge it for him? Is that what you're fucking telling me?
A hero does what a hero can do. Yeah, I'll just shoot tape at his nuts. Yeah, and pull him to the ground.
Oh, nice.
Nuts or nothing. Plunger Man, battle mode.
Whilst my nuts are in a vice of tape and I'm on the ground, Indian style, freaking out, I put my Healy against his tape roll that's attached to me, and I start and sucking up more tape out of him, trying to exhaust his tape powers.
God. As he's getting to the edge of my tape rolls, I'm getting pulled in closer and closer. I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen? I pull off my plunger and plunge it to the ground, holding me from getting sucked in too far. As I get my one leg that has the chainsaw free and cut the piece of tape and pull myself back to my feet.
That's what I'm talking about. And then I serve a nail up into the air like a volleyball, and I smash it with perfect precision at you like a volleyball serve. And with the force of my superhuman serve, it actually causes you to stagger.
I notice a crack in the wood of my plunger, and it starts to like
split. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm nervous now. My tape's all run out. My one blade's all fucked. My plunger is cracking. My friendship, no more.
Zach, just then, out of nowhere, Toilet Face runs in through the doorway. He's like, my brother!
Brother!
And he tackles you, and he shoves your face into his face and gives you a swirly, because he's got a toilet face. And you start drowning. What the heck are you gonna do, bro?
Are we making out? So again, because I'm in such close proximity, I'm going to place my wrist against his heart and just start injecting nails into his chest.
I see this and I'm like, no, brother! I grab my splintering plunger and I break it in half so it's got a sharp, pointy wooden edge to it.
Yeah.
As you're getting up from fucking killing my brother from point blank range, I go down and I stab you in the fucking chest.
It was always meant to be.
That's the end of the games. It cuts to Brody with $500,000 laid out around him, crying at his brother's funeral, and it's a happy ending for everyone.
But I still have the money all around me at the funeral.
Yeah, you're bragging about it. Okay, what can we do for an ad? It could be demon related. It could be chainsaw related. It could be...
I think a very good combination would just be pets combined with power tools.
Or a service where you get people to do stuff for you and you pay them with boob squeezes.
Caleb, the 14-year-old.
Hey, it was a common thing that we were joking about.
What if we gave people breast exams to make sure that they're okay?
we pretend we're doctors.
I got a tank. We can make it look real as frick. Ooh, boobs.
4 squeezes, please.
two kids in a trench coat. I'm gonna have to squeeze your boobs, meow.
It's the only way to pay me.
I'm checking for the cancel.
So I feel like the ad could quickly be just 2boysinatrenchcoat.com.
They advertise that fact? I don't know about that.
They give you a strong They give you a strong bottom to hold you up so then you can go into the world. You can go to the world and be an adult, even if you're a child.
I think it's too much of a stretch now. I don't like it. I started this. I don't like it anymore.
Okay. We should focus on the real animal.
The chainsaw dogs or something.
Are we going back to that? The first fucking thing I said?
Hey, it's good to pitch ideas and see what sticks.
Do you ever look at your cat and wonder, what if this thing was also a toaster?
Do you ever look at your cat and see the hair that is shedding everywhere and wish that you had a vacuum on hand?
Make that cat the vacuum itself. It make it hairballs, but you can clean it.
Make a dog into a bottle opener. Get them to bring you your beer and get them to open it for you.
Do you ever look at your bunny and wonder, bet you that thing would be a sick-ass axe? Or a bird with a boombox for a chest. Makes music.
So I can listen to Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night everywhere I go because my pet's flying behind me.
Fuck yeah.
I'd like to buy a pet, please.
Sure, sir. Which one would you like?
I've got my eye on that parakeet that's got a pair of keys for my car. I'm just curious, does it hurt the bird to get the keys recut?
These are unfeeling things. They do have a soul, though, and emotions.
Okay.
Don't think about it too hard. It's fine.
I'll take him, please.
Sir, do you see that gecko with the dildo over there?
Yeah, the Kilgo? Yeah.
Yeah, could I'm not sure. I'm just wondering, does it hurt the gecko? When I use it?
If it's got lots of room, it'll be fine. But you can train it and other things to be better.
So visit the Home PetSmart Depot today.
Freeze! This is the fucking animal police. You're not selling actual combinations of animals. Those are just geckos with big dicks. You're coming with me, asshole.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. We even made... Craig, we gotta go. We gotta go now.
Get all the geckos!
Get the geckos, quick. Throw them in bags. I don't care how big their dick's in. Shove them in there. Call 1-800-555-555-555 now and get yours as soon as we can get it to you.
Don't forget, that's 17 fives.
Currently under new management.
Craig, get it in the van now.
So all of those guys just tried to assassinate all of this Chainsaw Man's friends.
That feels like forever ago.
Yeah,
oh
but
God,
everybody got shot, bro.
Yeah.
It's stuck in my mind. I'm waiting on bated breath.
Don't get too close, bro. I got bated breath.
So yeah, they just got shot. Aki uses his demon fox to eat the guy. But it turns out he's more than a normal man. This is the Yakuza guy's son.
And he likes it.
No, he has like a fucking katana blade that comes out of his head, and his arms have fucking blades as well.
Finally a rival.
Yeah. And they just start going head to head.
Literally?
Well,
nice.
no, not Aki, because Aki doesn't.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. At this point, I'll kind of set up what's going on. The eye patch girl's on the ground. She's looking rough. Power's there, stunned at what's going on. And Denji's out for the count because he got shot a few times.
So it's not like he's like super durable. He just has chainsaw limbs.
In all fairness, he got a limb cut off and it grew back. So he is super durable, but he just got shot like half a dozen times. It takes him out
for a second. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, Aki pulls out a katana that he's been holding to his waist this entire time. He doesn't use it, and there's reasons behind it. So him using this katana will decrease his lifespan, essentially. Each slice cuts off a little bit of his...
Like heroin.
Yeah, just like heroin. Yeah, just like that.
It's his heroin sword.
Yeah, he pulls it out, and as he's stabbing this dude, a ghostly voice is like, 3. And then he stabs him again. It's 2. And stabs him again. 1. And then 0. And then this grotesque mash of skull and organs wrap around the katana dude and start sucking out his essence and shit.
Start sucking out his
essence and shit.
He didn't pause the same way that time.
No,
It's okay. It's funny nonetheless.
You just wished he paused. You
wished
wanted
he
to
did.
fill that
I
in.
wanted it. So, if he knew this was gonna happen, why didn't he just stop at 3 slices? Why did he need the 4th
No,
slice?
but it's eating the bad katana guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the
so
3, 2, 1?
I guess I'll just explain it now.
Oh.
So yeah, so it's eating the katana face dude. It's not eating Aki. But after using the full 4, it lowers his life.
Okay.
It'll give him his ultimate ability, but the ultimate ability is what hurts him.
Yeah, just adds to his cholesterol. But the other guy gets
That's
by
what it is.
fucking
It's not
demons.
magic. It just gives him a little more cholesterol.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those arteries is slightly more blocked now.
Oh, my arm feels kind of weird, but I'm good.
Aki asks for power to take Eye Patch Girl to the hospital, and a girl in a red sweater shows up. She has a red sweater, and really that's the main characteristic from her.
This isn't turning into another Eye Patch Girl scenario, right, Brody? Where she shows up literally everywhere now, but
No.
you just know her by the sweater.
No. And she comes and helps the katana guy back to his feet and revitalizes him, and he's back for bloody. She's like, do you know what you did wrong? And he's like, I had my guard down. She's like, be better. And he's like, all right. And then he just goes fucking in.
Did you know what you did wrong? I got stabbed 4 times. I know.
I have 3 katanas and he had 1, and I let him hit me more than I hit him.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it. F-, I get it.
So now Aki's like actually struggling to keep up this fight. And Eye Patch Girl is like, asks her demon, which is the ghost demon, to help her, right? So, or help him, sorry. And she's like, I don't care what you do, just like take from me, help him. And her arm disappears.
For those of you at home, Brody just shrunk his arm into his sweater, and it was really visual, and I loved it.
The same thing happens to her other arm, and then her legs, and like her demon's like coming into form and just fucking up this katana guy. And she just is no more. She's a pile of clothes on the ground, and her demon thing absorbed all of her to try to help save Aki, and it's going well. And then the sweater girl just goes, consume, and a massive ass snake comes and like consumes the entirety of her demon, and it's just gone. And so is the Eye Patch Girl.
You're right. These demons do just like to eat stuff, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's either you got limbs that are power tools or weapons, or you got a demon that likes to munch.
But before disappearing, you see one of the hands of the ghostly figure reach out, grab, and pull a cord.
Oh, shit.
And Denji awakes, and Denji's just like, what the fuck's going on? My people are down, they're hurt. And he and the swordman go head to head for a while. Aki is frozen over top of Eye Patch Girl because they've been friends for so long. He's just like, no, Eye Patch Girl, I missed you already.
Wait, he's just talking to her clothes?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Oh, no. If only I could... Oh, gee.
Creep. Chainsaw Man and Swordman are just blowing up buildings and just going at each other. 2 henchmen show up, and Swordman tells them to aim for, I believe, Aki's heart? No, wait, no, Chainsaw Man's heart. Okay, sorry. He takes the one out and then the other as bait. Denji's got one of the henchmen, like, blade to the neck type deal.
Are his chainsaws always going, or can he choose to stop
When
them?
he's in his form, they're always going, yeah.
Okay.
So he's got like his chainsaw to the guy's neck, and Katana's man like that's nothing, and cuts them both fucking in half. Denji and the other guy, both torsos just fall to the ground.
Wait, Chainsaw Man gets cut in half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end.
No.
Sorry, guys. Chainsaw Man dies, I guess, in his show.
So
Is what it
they
is.
go and they grab the torso via Denji's like chainsaw handle on his head and just like start dragging him away.
Just the half of his body, the upper
Yeah,
half.
just the upper half.
Mm.
All over the city, officials lay on the ground, dead, shot wounds oozing with blood from their heads. Oh, gross. Back to Miss Mika.
Didn't she get shot in the back of the head?
She did get shot in the back of the head. But she's up on her feet and she's looking fine. The other guys, on the other hand, are in piles of bloody corpses all around her with like about a foot in diameter holes in their chests. And there's blood and gore all over this train. And she's doing fine, though, other than a bit of people's blood on her clothes.
So she's got a secret power.
Mm-hmm. Two officials are waiting for her outside of the train, and they see this gory mess, and they ask her what's going on. And she's like, we had shooters. Don't worry, I'm fine. You should go and clean up the mess. They tell her about everything that's happened in the other city, and she seems not too fazed by it. She's like, no worries, we're going to get this covered. I need 30 convicts that are on death row. I'm going to need some blindfolds, and I'm going to need you to get me the tallest temple in this area of Japan. Thank you. And so they go off and do that for her.
Okay.
As a cover-up? Like she's ready to government cover this up?
Oh, that would be nice. The
Oh.
the convicts are fed really well on their way.
Their last meals, yeah.
They're chatting and like, what's going on? They're like, I don't know, man. And they're brought up and blindfolded. Then we flash back to the other side of Japan. They're moving Denji's body to a van, and a guy holding the body says, man, I feel weird. And they're like, okay, can you explain how you feel weird? He's like, I don't know. You guys don't feel that? I feel really strange. And he starts kind of having a bit of a panic attack.
Cholesterol. It's rising.
It could have been. Seconds later, he explodes.
Cholesterol will do that to you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a bloody mess. And then another guy's like, oh, guys, I'm not feeling too well either. And then he explodes.
And then it cuts to a teenager and he's like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And then he explodes.
And then he explodes.
Yeah.
Yep. Funny Avengers joke.
Thanks, bro. It's timely. That movie came out pretty recently, so.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we actually do cut back to the other side of Japan where Miss Makima is standing over the corpses of several bodies and asking the next one beside him to say, I need you to say a name out loud. And they say the name, and then she like crunches her hands together and the body just falls to the ground. And she goes to the next one and says the same thing.
Wait, so she's killing a convict, which like with voodoo magic that like connects them to these bad guys?
There's like these hawks that are like on the other side of Tokyo or whatever.
What color
and,
are
like,
they?
I feel like they're black.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. as hawks are, but whatever. And and she's just continuing to do that as on the other side of Japan, bodies are exploding.
That's
So
terrifying.
she's got a lot more power than we initially thought.
Cut back to the two handlers, shocked at what's going on. They see all the bodies knelt over around Miss Mikima, and they're like, what did we help?
What have we done?
Yeah. The only two people left among the people that Denji was with are the swordsman and the girl in the sweater. We see a flashback to Scared Girl and Wet Nap Guy, and we notice that it's only Wet Nap Guy's body on the ground still. Oh no. And then, out of nowhere, a girl walks in up to the two assailants that are trying to get Denji's body into the van, and it's Scared Girl. But she seems eerily calm.
I thought you said Scare Girl, like it was Scarecrow's friend or something.
Oh. No. Sorry, Scared Girl.
We're off to save the chainsaw.
I feel it. She pulls out a knife and is eerily calm, and then just starts bouncing off shit. I mean, the sweater girl sends the snake to consume her, and she just like jumps up and starts running along the snake as it's like coming out, and just like gets the jump on them and just starts fucking them up. Stabs the one, drops on the ground, grabs a gun, shoots the other, and is just doing stuff very out of character for said character.
Anime.
They end up jumping in the van and driving off, and she's with Denji's body on the corner with mayhem and blood surrounding them from all the bodies that just exploded.
Are all of Denji's friends dead now too then? They all got shot as well?
So Aki's looking rough.
Yeah.
Power's fine. She was just frozen with fear.
Right.
Eye patch girl's completely gone.
She dissolved herself, yeah.
Yeah. Wet nap guy's gone. Calm girl or scared girl.
Oh, she's
is
calm
now,
girl now, yeah.
Yeah, she's calm girl now.
And Denji's in half. So
But, like,
this is
yeah,
pretty brutal, yeah.
Half the cast dies in one episode. It's pretty bonkers.
What is this, The Walking Dead?
This show is nuts or nothing.
Exactly. So Denji and Power are in Aki's recovery room, and they're stealing his apples and telling him basically everyone's dead, and he's really broken up by it. And
Wait, Denji's fine all of a sudden? I thought he was cut in
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
he just
that's-
regrows? He's like Wolverine?
Yeah, he regrows.
All right.
Whereas Aki is still a human, so it takes him longer to regrow.
Right.
But he still does?
Well, humans still recover from wounds, Zach. Do
Yeah.
you think
But
if you get
he
stabbed,
used the
you're
word
just-
regrow.
Denji, not Aki.
Aki
Aki
just
heals.
heals. He's a person.
Yeah.
When you guys get cut, it doesn't just keep bleeding and bleeding for weeks.
No, sometimes you can go places and they'll figure that out. I don't know.
Should I be? That's
Denji realizes he's not heartbroken after all his friends dying. He's worried that his humanity is slipping away. And in the other room, Aki's now by himself and asks his sword how long he has left, and it responds 2. So he's got 2 years left.
Oh, the way you said that sentence, you were like, it responds to...
Oh.
Yeah, so 2 years.
It responds to
2.
as in
2.
the years.
Right.
He pulls out a smoke and lights it with the lighter that Eye Patch Girl gave him.
Man, every birthday, your sword would just be like 1 and like be counting down.
I just wish like the parts when it's like supposed to be sentimental that I can like get through the sentimental parts, because you're not going to use the joke because it's a sentimental part.
Hey, anime not be for everyone sentimental. They don't go hand in hand.
It's just exhausting sometimes.
There's no sentimental part in our theme park.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Tragic anime endings.
Because one of us doesn't care about anime, so why would there be any sentimental?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He crushes the smoke in his hand and remembers her, and he starts crying. Denji hears this and is just really butthurt because he doesn't feel anything.
He's like, where's that other girl I wanted to bang? What happened to the booby touches? What happened here?
Why is it all sad?
That's Power.
now?
That's Power. They're still hanging out. He just has no feelings for her. Denji and Power. Oh, yeah. Okay. Denji and Power are sent for some training, and they meet this old dude, and he is great at his job. He's a demon killer or whatever. And he proceeds to kill them over and over again for like a week or 2 straight. And he's like, yo, you guys can try to fight me. And he just like easily just rips them apart, basically. Just a human old man.
Whoa.
So the 2 of them decide to be the smart characters in anime. So the next scene, you see them both wearing glasses and like thinking like this and shit.
All right. Okay.
So they make a plan. So when he shows up at their apartment, they're gonna like have the jump on him, and it fails completely. But he's like, "Hey, you've almost made me proud."
That was pretty close, buddy.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not good. Not bad.
So they're essentially just training with this old man. Like,
Yeah.
That's what's really happening.
Yeah, he'll kill them, give them demon blood, they regenerate, and he'll kill them again, and so on and so forth. Miss Machina goes to the local Yakuza and asks for the names of the people that have made contracts with said gun devil. And they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to tell you. And she's like, yeah, and I'm also going to need the names of the other families as well. Like, yeah, I don't know if you know where you are. You're in the middle of the Yakuza. We don't know who the fuck you are. She's like, well, I came prepared for that. She pulls out a brown paper bag. She's like, in this bag are eyes and tongues from friends, family members, wives, children, from every man in this room.
and a heavy dose of anthrax. You gonna do what I say?
I thought originally she pulls out a big brown paper bag and then starts hyperventilating. She's like, I didn't think of that.
I didn't prepare for this. That's better.
I just made myself feel weird by pretending to hyperventilate. My chest
Don't
feels
do
weird
that.
now.
Don't do that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Cholesterol, man.
Stop using that sword, buddy.
One of the henchmen grabs her shoulder and is like, hey, like, who the fuck do you think you are? And his nose starts bleeding and falls to the ground. And she tells the guy that she understands what a necessary evil is and that she needs the names.
Isn't nose bleeding in anime usually mean they're real horny?
Yeah, but I think in her case, I think she just melted his brain.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Yeah.
That's what it feels like, Brady.
That's what it feels like sometimes. All right.
Oh my god.
Last big confrontation. The members that are left of the group team up with some other sectors in Japan, and they storm this building where they know that the gun devil's henchmen are hanging out in.
Like Trump told him to.
My God.
It was January 6th.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The word storm is now like stuck in here. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Are they still working with Miss Machina, or do they not really know
Yeah.
where she is?
Yeah.
She's giving them the intel.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's still their leader. Like, she hasn't lost her place in like her standings
Okay.
in the corporation or anything. She's
She's
working as
hiding
normal.
all of the rough deeds she's doing behind the scenes, or is she open? about
She's
it?
not hiding. She's not hiding it from the higher ups. They know exactly what she's doing. She just doesn't have to tell people that work below her what she's doing.
Right.
Okay. So they're completely oblivious.
Aki comes face to face with the sweater girl, the girl who basically killed Eye Patch Girl. And he's angry, and he's recently made a deal with a new demon because the last one abandoned him. And this one lets him see a few seconds into the future.
Good power.
Yeah, I feel like we've done that before on our podcast. One of the very first battle games we did, one of you could see into the future, like a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's a pretty OP ability.
It sounds like it. It's better than Wolf, who likes to eat things.
Real talk. Real
Yeah.
talk.
Eat.
Consume. Yeah.
I'm full.
You already fed me.
Sweater Girl puts out her hand and one of her nails turns black, and then the ghost demon, that Eye Patch Girl, comes out of it, and it's attacking Aki, and Aki has to destroy his best friend's demon.
No.
Yeah, but he's able to use his ability to pretty much just like fuck it up. But it's a cool looking fight. It's a bunch of like hands coming at him, and he's like dodging them and like deflecting them and everything. It's
No means no. So how did Ghost Girl get in the black nail?
She was consumed by the snake.
Oh, and then the snake was like, "But he's your new name."
Yeah, I
bitch."
think she says something like "spit out," and then she spits the thing out of her nail. It's weird. I don't know. Anime's weird.
It is.
I agree.
Hey, you're not allowed to say that.
So Aki realizes that the ghost demon can only see by fear, so he just like starts walking up it and like goes and kills it like very calmly and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And then Sweater Girl's like, yeah, it's whatever, and is about to send off another one, and then she's got a knife at her throat, and it's Calm Girl just like chilling there behind her, like, I wouldn't do that. Aki's like, hey, I'm surprised you're still with the company after everything that happened. And she's like, yeah, I need the money. Okay.
I'm calm now. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't care.
Denji and Power are on their way up in an elevator, and Power's just munching on a zombified arm. There's a bunch of zombies in this building as well.
The fuck?
And he's yeah, I don't know. It didn't really, like, it's
There's
because the
zombies in
Yakuza
here, bro.
still
I don't know.
is within this. I don't fucking know. It doesn't really, yeah, whatever. But they're having a conversation as whether eating a zombified arm is cannibalism, which it is, but Power doesn't care. Flesh is flesh.
Hold on. Is it?
Yes.
Isn't it just what's? I mean, it's almost like scavenging. Honestly,
That doesn't make it
Yeah.
not cannibalism.
what's eating a dead cow?
That's not cannibalism because it's a different animal.
Just eating, right?
Yeah.
Just flesh, just protein, just the
Hey, Zach, I don't know if this is a hill you want to die on.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
I would eat both of you in a fucking second.
Well, we're tasty. The door dings open and there's a bunch of zombies, and Denji's like, don't make a move, Power. And Power's an egotist, so she's like, yes, I'm here. I shall kill you all. And she just runs in and starts killing fucking zombies, and he just closes the door behind her and moves on to the next floor.
Good friend.
Where he's face to face with the Swordman demon dude again.
Nice. Round 2.
Do they fight head to head?
Shut the fuck up.
So they do fight head to head,
Nice.
and they're fighting back and forth, and they like crash through the window and out into the open air, and they're fighting, and they land on a subway as it's going by, and they're both standing on top of it, and they exchanging blows, and they cut into it, and everyone scatters to the other compartments, and the two of them are there, and Swordman does this thing where he like goes really quick and slices right through like he did before with him and decapitates, right? But at the same time, Denji uses a blade from his leg to fucking cut the dude in half, and his fucking body just splits down the middle.
He's got chainsaw legs now? Did he unlock?
Yeah, it's an unlocked new ability from
Nice.
his training, I'm pretty sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. So flash to like an hour or two later, and dude's back together because he has the same abilities as Denji. So he just tied up. What's up, Zach?
So if he can just manifest chainsaws wherever with the right amount of training.
Okay. I was not hoping you would. come
Okay,
up
yeah.
with
So the Swordman is tied up in human form on the ground.
Yeah, he is.
And he's talking to him about a contest that he wants to play with him. And Aki shows
Yeah,
up and
he
says, hey,
is.
Sachi might be a fun thing for both of us.
Yeah, it will be.
We're gonna we want to see who can get the loudest yell out of you from us just kicking you in the nuts.
Aw.
And Aki's like, I don't know, man, that seems pretty low. And then Denji's like, it's what Eye Patch Girl would have liked. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. And then it's a montage of the two of them just fucking kicking him in the balls.
He's like, you know what, man? Hey, it's nuts or nothing.
Yeah, it's honestly,
It's nuts or nothing.
it's low key a beautiful moment between friends before they just go. They go nutsack on his nutsack.
Nice.
Is that the end of the season?
Do not tell me that's how it ends.
They fade out from kicking the nuts.
Oh!
I literally have the two of them start kicking his balls as hard as they can, trying to get the biggest screen out of him until the cops show up. The end.
Until the cops show up. What are they going to do?
I don't know. Arrest the guy?
Yeah, you can put those kind of people in jail.
Yeah, jail's
Fine.
going to hold him.
I mean,
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out in season 2.
Hey, Brody, I know we don't do this, but if you could give this show a score out from 0 to 100, what would you do? Because if you do this, now we can consider ourselves an anime review podcast,
Oh.
and that's pretty cool.
We get money from the government.
Yeah,
didn't-
if we're a review podcast, we get a tax break, bro.
Well, I didn't think of that while writing my stuff, so I'm going to give it an 85%.
Nice.
It was a good anime. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
All right, thanks, Brody. I did
You're
enjoy
welcome.
that show. It seemed like it was it's weird, gory. I don't know how I would find the action because I always find it super over the top in anime, but if you like that stuff, seems like it's right down your alley.
I want my action more watered down like Marvel. You know, no blood. You know, just punches.
I just
the
like to see
face.
them punch each other. Sometimes.
Yeah, I like how these people who could punch through a concrete wall don't break people's chest when they punch. I think that's really clever.
It's really clever.
Marvel's confusing. It's honestly so confusing.
All right, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you all for listening to our beautiful show.
So beautiful.
It's at least attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
So we're back in full force now. Make sure to go follow us on Instagram. I say Twitter, but I haven't posted anything on Twitter in ages, so don't go there. Don't do it. Don't do Twitter.
Oh, don't give Elon Musk your money.
Yeah, let's leave Twitter like the rest of the world.
He doesn't need it.
So yeah, follow us on Instagram and give Mark Zuckerberg your money. Perfect.
A big thank you to Good Kid. Mimi's delivery service just released this week. It is a bop and a half.
Oh my goodness.
Did you enjoy it, Zach?
No, I'm still obsessed with No Time to Explain. If I'm being honest, like
Yeah.
that in Orbit, they're good fucking tones. Like, and they've got their
Dude.
catalogs before. Like, you know, some guys are
I
like,
get
oh,
it.
just, let me like what I like, and when I'm prepared for another thick dose of goodness in my ears, I will.
Do you hear that, good kid? Bring them out slower so Zach can really crave a new song.
Yeah, they're too efficient. They're the goodest kids.
they're so good, kid. But big thank you for them letting us use their intro, and maybe this time the outro could be their new song instead of freaking Orbit again. Even though I asked last time, but no.
Orbit's a great outro song.
It is, but
it really is.
I'll see what strings I can pull. Hopefully nobody turns into a chainsaw. Because you pull his string and he turns. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Zach's face looked very confused, so I had to explain that joke.
And
wow. Put him on blast, why don't you? This is an audio podcast.
All
right. Make sure to spread us around to all your friends and family.
I've been told to stop this, but fuck the system. Don't let your grandmothers listen to it. I don't give a fuck about the two of you say. I've been hearing that grandmothers are listening in and they're buying shirts
Brody.
And they're knitting other ones, and I'm sick of it.
We had the meeting, Brody.
Space.
No more grandma talk.
No.
I don't give a fuck. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't.
Yeah. Quiet.
Anyway, spread us around to all your grandmothers on Podbean and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, wherever you get your podcasts, and don't listen to Brody.
And if they don't want to buy the merch and knit their own, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, if you want to, we'll hire on your grandmas to knit it. All right.
You will not silence me.
And next week, we have a little bit, we're doing this now, so next week there's going to be something fun that pops out of nowhere, so be ready for that. Be ready to get fooled.
Won't get fooled again.
Does that have anything to do with the calendar?
Who knows, bro? That's your hint. Good luck figuring that one out.
Yeah, the hint's right there.
Are we just singing songs?
No, he was singing like because of April 1st. Okay.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
I don't know if you were.
Zach looked very confused on the camera. I'm going to put him on blast.
It's okay. It's okay, Zach.
All right. Thank you guys all for listening. And remember, anime not be for everyone.
Grandmothers. They often will just be like, the exact thing this devil controls is the name before the word devil. So that's why Testicle Devil didn't sound too crazy.
Now, Brody, in your experience, what would the Testicle Devil do?
He's just really good at testing for cancer.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, you're fine.
Oh, I feel a lump.
Oh, we might want to get that checked out.
This is the devil part, Zach. He lies every time.
You're perfectly fine. Enjoy the rest of your
week. I mean life.
Yeah.
Yeah, week.